did well, I salute you. For those of you who did not, imagine how I feel. If I wanted to squander my gifts, well, I could have kept my job at the home show, handing out chisels. Mr. Dick, can I see you for a moment?
Wait for me, Captain, would you?
There's something you'd like to tell me?
Oh, yes. I very much enjoyed your lecture on the pinworm.
Emory, you needed to do well on this test. Did you study for it?
Oh, intensely, sir.
Then how do you explain your grade?
I must have memorized the wrong chapter.
No, you memorized the wrong book. You do realize I have no choice but to fail you for the semester.
But I've been here every day.
Showing up ain't enough, Dick. This is biology, not traffic school. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to wash off the formaldehyde before my mountains of Venus start to shrivel.
She can't do this. She does it every year. I've never failed a class in my life. She picks one kid to dump on and makes their life a living hell.
Okay, what's up?
Bobby Glass just dropped the axe on Emory.
Sorry.
I don't need your pity. She's the one who's going to be sorry. Whoa, Emory, chill out. Everybody knows Bobby Glass is a major carpet stain. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh, yeah? Watch me.
I don't know. I never wear blue, but I thought what they do in the uniform.
Such a pun. The colors are awesome. I can't believe that you made that by yourself.
It was easy. Actually, there's a speed store on Venice Boulevard. I've been there. Is that the place where you have to park your own car? I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got enough stuff to make one for everybody.
That's awesome. Thanks.
Sure. Not for me, thanks. I mean, it is dazzling on your car. It's just not all of us have a square-shaped head.
Ahoy, mates. I'd like to meet Mr. Wesley Chu, my attorney. You may recognize him from his late-night commercials on Channel 94.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
What's he doing here?
I retained Mr. Chu's services during third period. He's agreed to take my case.
What case? I don't know.
I'm suing the school.
We'll think it over once or twice. What lasts the longest in this life? Character or rock hard fight? In the end, do you believe that beauty lies in what you see? 'Cause if you do, then baby, you've been deceived. Well, maybe we hate supermodels. It's just that I'm tired of being compared.
My client's academic meltdown is a direct result of chronic harassment.
And exactly who are you accusing of this harassment?
Did you bring the list? Well, with Miss Nicole Julian, Miss Mary Cherry, Mr. Sugar Bernardino, Mr. Joshua Ford, Miss Bobby Glass, and I can't read this.
Vera Krause.
Right.
The lunch lady? What exactly did she ever do to you, Emory? Scrimp on the tartar sauce?
We're not able to disclose the information until we're in trial.
There's not going to be any trial. I've heard your commercials, Mr. Chu, and if you are not off my campus in 5 minutes, you will have to have my cane surgically removed from your bowels.
I think she should be on the list.
Out!
Keep in touch.
Harassment is a pretty shabby excuse for failing a class, Emory.
It's not an excuse. It's my reality. The taunting begins at 7:10 when I get on the bus, and it does not end until 3:05 when I get home.
Listen, Emory...
Have you ever been woken at 2 a.m., Principal Hall, by a stranger threatening to force-feed you your own underwear?
I can't say that I have.
Well, then you couldn't possibly understand.
Perhaps not. But dragging this through a public courtroom will not ameliorate your situation. What you want is vindication within these halls. Isn't that right? Isn't it?
Is that V-I-O-V-E?
It's revenge, Emory. It is a chance for you to indict those who have mistreated you and hit them right where they live. If you can prove your case in front of a jury of your peers, I will see to it that your tormentors are punished. But if you lose, your problems are not going to get smaller. Emory? Emory?
Carmen, what are you doing?
Well, I was saving part of my lunch.
For who?
For me. I thought that I would eat some of it here, and then the rest of it... there.
Well, you've got 10 minutes left. Lunch is almost over. You better hurry.
Well, I mean, I want to eat with you guys. I just feel like...
Maybe we can have you on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I'm gonna get a diet soda. Would anybody like anything?
No, thanks.
No.
See you in class.
Harrison, my good man, great news. You're going to represent me in court. What? What happened to Mr. Chu? Principal Hall wants the trial here with students in the cafeteria, and she said that I could pick my own prosecutor. Why me? You're my best friend, and you despise everyone on this list. Not as much as I do. Maybe more.
Emory, I can't do this. Whether you win or lose, we come out looking like losers.
You're wrong. This trial could turn the school upside down. Principal Hall already said that if I prove my case, those fascists won't be able to socialize on the school grounds for the rest of the year.
And what if you lose?
Well, I don't really see losing as a possibility since I have a case.
That was kind of chilly, best friend.
Oh, come on. Like anyone in the school can find Emory sympathetic.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, right. And where were you when he was selling those butt bolos? And you, weren't you the one who wanted his locker glued shut when he humiliated Carmen? Come on, you guys. Emory begs for harassment.
No one said he wasn't weird, but he has a case. People do torture him.
And what happens to me when I get up and start pointing fingers?
It's not about you.
He's the one who's flunking Harrison.
Then you guys defend him.
Fun.
We will.
Great.
See ya.
So he throws his legs up into the air, and he tries to lock this student to a scissor hold.
Because it's huge, smelly.
Okay, could we please hold the tales from the wrestling crypt until after we finished our rice cake?
Thank you.
Well, this year's going to be amazing. I mean, our new wrestling coach is the bomb.
This year we haul home the gold, baby. See, this is where Sugar D shines. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all better get out of town before Sugar Daddy smacks down.
Miss McQueen, can I speak to you in my office at the end of the day?
Well, we have practice.
This is more important.
Okay, may I ask what it's about?
Emory Dick.
What's important about him?
Miss Julian, when I speak to the organ grinder, I do not expect the monkey to answer. My office. End of the day.
You know, that's so weird, you guys. I've never said 2 words to Emory Dick.
Emory? Hey, Lily and I were wondering if it's okay with you. We'd like to represent you at the trial.
Really?
Yeah. Sam will focus on the interrogation, and I'll handle the research.
Can we start now?
Yeah. Right after you rinse and spit. The minute we sat down with him, all these horrible stories started pouring out.
He definitely has a case. You should have seen Harrison's face when we subpoenaed him.
Do you guys think that I have a square-shaped head?
What?
Nothing. Skip it.
It's gonna be way hard to find an impartial jury.
Why? Tons of people have been harassed by Emory's hit list.
Yeah, exactly. And if it's gonna be a fair trial, we need a jury that doesn't go in wanting to see Nicole and her posse boiled in oil. Oh, sorry, Carm.
For what, Lil?
I know she's a friend of yours now.
Will you just stop it? Look, you know that I didn't become a cheerleader because I'm some sort of Nicole wannabe. Hey, Brooke.
Hey.
What's going on? Is everything okay?
Principal Hall just told me that Emory Dick's gonna have a trial. She wants me to defend the school.
Are you gonna do it?
Absolutely. He's made some outrageous accusations against a lot of my friends.
Does that surprise you?
Sam, just because people hang out together doesn't make them a vicious cult.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to prove that to the jury.
Sam and I are prosecuting.
Of course you are. Any chance you can grab to break up my group of friends?
Brooke, that is not why we're doing it. This case isn't just about Emory. Hundreds of kids have been persecuted and never said a word.
Oh, please, I am so sick of people tagging us as evil. I mean, why should we be constantly targeted and used as scapegoats? Like, you guys aren't a group.
Not like yours.
Oh, Lily, come off of it. There are plenty of kids at school who know that we do not exist just to make other people's lives miserable.
Really?
Carmen, am I right?
I think I'm gonna take my brownie to go.
Yo, bro, check this out. We haven't been undefeated since 1984.
Look at that guy. He's Jurassic.
Man, I gotta take him easy. Watch it, scrub.
No, you watch it. Judgment Day is here.
What are you talking about?
I'm on the jury, and you're gonna fry.
Hey, Carmen.
Brooke, listen. Carm, are you...
My witness. I thought she was.
You guys, please, don't make me do this. This is too hard. I don't want to have to choose. Thanks. See you in court?
Yeah, I'll see you in court.
Plaintiff Emory Dick is suing Kennedy High School for harassment and wrongful failure. The parties will settle their differences here in the student's court.
Are you ready to call your first witness?
I am, Your Honor. The prosecution would like to call Mrs. Verkrups. Mrs. Krups, how long have you worked as a lunch lady at Kennedy High?
37 years. I took off 1973 to have my knee drained.
And in that time, do you recall having any altercations with a Kennedy student other than Emory Dick?
He's the first. That kid's a walking sugar. He lives to torment me.
Interesting. Because you see, from Emory's perspective, you are the tormentor.
What is that?
Lasagna.
What's in it?
Cheese, meat, noodles.
Okay, when we say meat, can we be a trifle more specific?
Ground beef from a cow.
What part of a cow?
The part that goes in lasagna. You want it or not?
Not if you won't identify it. Some of us can't digest ears and tails.
I don't put ears and tails in my food.
Well, how would we know? To you, anything that's ground up falls under the category of beef.
Next! Miss Krups, on the day he questioned your cuisine, were there any other students in line behind Mr. Dick?
Yes.
And how long would you say the plaintiff interrogated you?
Long enough to make me wish this spatula was a rusty knife. 10 minutes. Maybe 20.
20 minutes. That's over half a lunch period. So in essence, Mr. Dick's inquiry deprived many students from enjoying their lunches at leisure. And then those students were forced to wolf down their food and rush off to their next class plagued with indigestion and anxiety.
You bet.
Do you recall the football game played on Friday, October 29th?
Sure. And I'd like to forget it.
Why is that?
We got creamed.
And you contend that my client rubbed that defeat in your face.
Yes.
And that would explain why you and Mr. Sugar Daddy Bernardino submerged his head into a toilet and flushed.
Objection! Counsel is leading the witness.
Overruled.
Mr. Ford,
I don't remember the flushing part.
let me refresh your memory.
Finished with that shower?
Who's that one?
Yours has better pressure. Could you at least give me a time frame? You know, some of us aren't afforded tardy privileges because we can hurl a bladder of pigskin more than 40 yards.
Get lost, geek.
Now, personally, I don't know why so much value is placed on athletic prowess. You know, it's nothing but a holdover from the Neanderthal days. With the advent of computer technology, running and knocking someone down seems totally superfluous.
What are you talking about?
Dude, he just called you an ape.
Did you just call me an ape?
No.
But by denouncing your values, he also attacked your school spirit.
Your Honor, objection. What does school spirit have to do with sticking someone's head in a toilet?
Mr. Ford has defended this school's honor on the football field, the basketball court, and the wrestling mat. Your Honor, why shouldn't he defend it in the men's room?
How was a plaintiff affected by this incident?
Well, he hasn't taken a shower at school since. He does most of his bathing in the drinking fountain.
So you would say he was traumatized?
Yeah, at least.
Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. John.
Yeah.
Do you use the toilets in the boys' locker room?
Not for bathing.
Okay. Do you recall using it on the day of the incident?
I don't really keep track. Sorry.
Well, several witnesses have sworn under oath that someone was sitting in the next stall during the incident and that someone was wearing green high tops. Mr. John, do you recognize these shoes?
No.
No. Yet they were found in your gym locker. Do you make it a habit of storing other people's shoes in your locker?
Objection, irrelevant.
Your Honor, I'm just trying to prove that Emory Dick's best friend was sitting in the next stall and did nothing to stop that swirly. Could it be that he too felt that Mr. Dick got what he deserved?
If I was there, I didn't hear anything, okay?
Oh, Mr. John, are you hearing impaired?
No.
What?
I didn't know it was Emory until...
The next stall! You serpent!
Order! Judith! I said order! Order
You will roast in hell.
Over in the car! Over in the car!
5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, if it ain't Miss Atticus Finch.
You were so amazing. Brookie, I'm so bronzing your skirt.
Thanks, guys, but we haven't won yet, and we really need to work on your testimony, okay?
Sorry.
Where are you going?
I'm not testifying. It's a conflict of interest for me.
Well, what is? Protecting the squad?
Yeah, being a glamazon is not just about perfecting your cartwheel and moisturizing your knees, hun.
No, we function as a unit.
Okay, look, relax, you guys. It's just that Sam and I already agreed that Carmen should be granted immunity.
Why?
Because it's totally awkward for her, okay? Here, Carmen, just take the tape home and work on the yarn. Okay, great.
Thanks, Brooke.
Wow. Well, some of us around here get to have their cake and eat it, too.
Yeah, and some of us shouldn't be eating cake at all.
See you guys tomorrow.
Good luck.
Hey there.
Hey. Look, I don't remember anything about that bathroom ambush.
How did they get the shoes, Harrison?
Well, someone obviously stole them out of my gym locker. You see, you start pointing fingers, and suddenly the whole school's this war zone, and for what? So Emory can get a D instead of an F. Is that any reason to dredge up crap nobody even remembers?
Emory didn't forget this incident, Harrison, and neither did you.
Which explains why you weren't too eager to take on your friend's case.
It's not like I could have stopped them, okay? I've seen Sugar Daddy pick up guys twice my size and hurl them off.
Sam, Lily, I've got something that might prove useful for tomorrow's questioning.
Emory, can I talk to you for a second?
I'm here to see Sam and Lily.
Emory.
Should we go somewhere else?
Yep, forget it. Stay. Talk. I don't exist.
I think I can give you the exact time and date relations broke down between me and Miss Glass.
Listen, Emory, are you sure you want to go through with this?
Why wouldn't I?
We were just beginning to wonder if it's worth it. I mean, you're obviously hurt.
I'm not hurt. I'm disappointed. I can handle that. I'm used to that. Look, I don't assume anymore that people are going to understand me or like me or even notice me. That doesn't mean I don't have the right to be heard.
Okay.
You plan on sleeping tonight?
Eventually.
I would think that after today, you'd want to walk away from this trial while you still can.
No, I've just begun.
Sam, what else do you want to know? You can't tell me that Harrison is still one of your heroes.
Brooke, this isn't about Harrison.
Isn't it? Sam, what he did in that bathroom was pathetic, but totally understandable. When it came right down to it, Harrison couldn't risk his own head to save Emory's.
You have no idea what Harrison...
Sam, face it, okay? Deep down, everyone wants to be liked, okay? Even your client. The sad thing is that Emory will most likely end up more alone than when he started this thing. I would hate to see the same thing happen to you.
Girls, I thought the court was adjourned at 4.
It was. I was just, thirsty. Good night.
What did I miss?
The return of Ava Perone.
Oh, Sam, you gotta get some sleep.
I can't. Tomorrow's really important. I'm putting Miss Glass on the stand. She happens to be my teacher, too.
Do you have to?
Yeah, she's the one who's flunking him. Thing is, if I do a good job tomorrow, she'll probably end up flunking me, too.
Do you think that this kid was truly wronged?
Yeah, I do.
Then you're gonna have to see this through, no matter what happens.
Thanks. Miss Glass, in the 12 years you've taught biology at this school, how many students have you failed?
I don't keep a scoreboard.
Well, let's remind you. Since 1988, you have failed 47 students. It's nearly 4 per year.
Is that all?
You pride yourself on being a tough teacher, don't you, Miss Glass?
Objection, she's badgering the witness.
Your Honor, I am trying to prove that the witness has a certain reputation she works very hard to maintain.
Sustained. Am I on trial for failing him?
Miss Glass,
This is not about my reputation, miss. This is about a lazy student who was unprepared and chronically disruptive. Now, I don't think anyone deserves to have their hair styled in a latrine, but I can't make special rules for a kid who doesn't have the attention span to finish an Altoid. Bottom line is, we have to do the work.
And if a student asks you for extra help, are you willing to give it?
Always.
Really? Tell me, sir. Do you recognize this song?
Oh, say, has anybody seen my sweet gypsy road?
Do you, Miss Glass?
No.
Are you sure? According to a Mrs. Dorothy Lakritz, your next-door neighbor, you blast this song day and night, sometimes until 5 in the morning.
Dorothy drinks.
And he's a snake.
Is he? Or is he just a student looking for a little extra help?
Sweet Gypsy Rose, here's a picture when she was my sweet Mary Jo. Now she's got rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Say, has anybody seen my sweet Gypsy Rose? Oh, I got
What the hell are you doing there?
I just wanted to ask you a question about tomorrow's test.
Did you get a study guide?
Yes, but,
Then read it. It's all there.
Okay. Is that Tony Lando and Dawn? Because I saw the recent VH1 Behind the Music special. Tony's the bomb.
Read your guide!
3 days after this tutorial, you caught Emory whistling that tune in your classroom. Do you recall how you reacted to that, Miss Glass?
Perturbed.
You were a little more than perturbed, weren't you?
Oh, yes, indeedy do. That is nice. If you're determined to entertain the troops, Mr. Dick, why don't you do your bunny hop for the whole class? Come on, don't be shy. Dance, Dick! Dance!
Your Honor, if this teacher was put on the stand to simply be mocked...
I am not mocking. I am simply drawing a parallel between the witness and my client. Both are known around this school as fearless, flamboyant eccentrics. And I believe that Emory Dick and his teacher have a lot more in common than Miss Glass cares to admit. Isn't that the truth, Miss Glass? Isn't it?
You can't handle the truth! I am still the teacher here. And if I want to, I can squash him. And you, like a bug!
Order! Order! Miss McPherson, do you have any more questions?
No, Your Honor, I'm done.
You don't need to mention his shampoo bucket, okay? Just confirm that he was baiting you.
Okay, got it. Hey, Brooke, do me a favor. Make sure I'm out in time for wrestling practice.
You'll be fine. Think of it as a warm-up.
Cool. Principal Hall, you want to see me?
Oh, yes, I did. Come in, Michael. Sit down. What's so funny?
Oh, well, you're like the only person who calls me Michael. Except my Aunt Lottie, and, well, she still buys me Legos, so.
Michael, I spoke with the wrestling coach just a moment ago, and I'm afraid you're not going to be on the team this year.
What? Is this because of the trial?
No.
Because I'm innocent, okay? Look, me and my buddy, yeah, we razzed the dude, but we're innocent.
Michael, the coach isn't going to use you because of your size. Evidently, in past years, there were students in your weight class. But this year, the coach is afraid that you will endanger the safety of another student or even possibly yourself.
Why didn't he tell me himself?
He wanted to, but he didn't know how you'd handle it. So I said I would, since I know how it feels to be excluded because of a disability.
I'm not disabled.
Oh, no, I wasn't implying.
I'm not disabled, okay? Look, I'm fat. I'm not disabled.
Michael.
He doesn't even know me. I'm not disabled.
Michael, I want you to regard this as a temporary setback. You can conquer this, and I will be there to help you in any way I can. I mean that.
He doesn't even know me.
it going in here?
I think your side's winning.
My side. How do you know which side I'm on?
I don't. Do you?
You know, Harrison, from what I saw yesterday, you're one to talk.
Do you recall what the button said?
No.
The button said, "Kiss me, I'm oozing." Do you recall helping my client make this button?
No.
Do you recall telling him to wear it?
No.
So what you're saying is that this whole button thing never happened, is that it?
I don't remember it.
And I suppose you do not remember the swirly incident either. Mr. Bernardino, what part of the question did you not understand?
I understood it. I'm not stupid.
Answer the question, please.
What do you want to know? Yes, I stuck his snotty little face in the toilet. And I would do it again because it made me feel good, okay?
Your Honor.
Let him finish.
You think he's the only person around here who gets dumped on because of the way he looks? Do you? Well, he's not. You know what? I'm finished.
We'll just have to make our stories sound more sympathetic, right?
Well, I brought a very sympathetic outfit, and I'm really good at making myself sob and wail. Once, at my Uncle Roy's funeral, it took 3 cousins and an organist to carry me out.
Mary Charity, the entire school has seen you weep over sweat stains. It's gonna take a lot more than tears, okay?
Oh, look. You guys, I thought we were practicing at lunch.
Carmen, get the pom-poms off the brain, okay? We're this close to never being able to talk to each other on school grounds again.
What happened?
Well, Sugar Daddy went snake pit.
Carmen, it was a disaster.
Wow, I'm sorry. You know, if you need me, I think I'll be practicing in the locker room on my own.
Carmen, wait. Stay.
What do you want me to do?
Close the door.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Miss Cherry, are you finished taking the oath?
Yes, I am, Your Highness. Oh, hey there! Looking sharp.
Is that a new haircut?
Miss Cherry, sit down.
Can you tell the jury, please, how you know the plaintiff?
Absolutely. Emory and I are lab partners in biology. We've played doctor together on more than one occasion. It's true. Oh, gosh. This is very hard. Oh, God, no! Oh, God! Help me! Oh, God! Oh, it's wrong! Emory! No! Oh, God!
All right, ladies, show's over. We've called all of your witnesses, and it's time to give closing arguments.
Actually, Your Honor, I have one more witness I'd like to call.
What? Who?
It's a character witness, and she's decided to forfeit her immunity because she feels so strongly about this case.
Go ahead, call the witness.
Your Honor, the defense would like to call Carmen Ferreira.
But, Your Honor, we made it.
No, you know what? Let her do it. I want to hear what she has to say.
Thank you. Miss Ferreira, how long have you known Emory Dick?
Since the 3rd grade.
Do you recall a letter that Mr. Dick wrote on your behalf earlier this year?
He wrote a letter excusing me from a test and forged my doctor's signature.
And what was the reason that Mr. Dick gave to excuse you from that test?
He said that I had a distended anus.
And he charged you for this forged letter. Yeah. So he was able to not only humiliate you, but also profit from it. And all this happened before you became a glamazon, correct?
Yeah.
So his behavior had nothing to do with your current status. At the time, you considered him to be one of your friends, correct?
Well, we hung around with a lot of the same people.
Still?
Yeah.
And did you ever take any action against the plaintiff for that letter?
No.
Why not?
Well, because he's Emory. I mean, he does stuff like that all the time.
Miss Ferrer, why? Could it be that the plaintiff is asocial, or perhaps he goes out of his way to alienate, or maybe he just simply enjoys being a freak? Which is it?
I don't know. I mean, he probably wants the attention. I mean, we all do.
Please disregard that last statement. Miss Ferrer's not the one on trial here.
Yes, I am, Brooke. I mean, we all are.
Emory is not the first person to do something stupid at the school just to get people to notice him. Last month, I spent an entire week eating nothing but grapefruits and just praying that I would wake up with my hip bones pressing against the front of my skirt. Just like yours do. But then I realized, you know, maybe I'm not supposed to look like that.
The subject is Emory Dick, Miss Ferreira. What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out who I am and where I belong. And I am not afraid to be sitting at Emory's table, whether people think that he is a freak or not. I mean, these days, if you're alone at lunch or wear too much black or fail 2 tests in a row, they open an FBI file on you. They automatically assume you're dangerous. And, well, that's too bad, because I kind of envy Emory. He lives in his own universe, and he doesn't care if anybody ever visits. Maybe that's what we should be paying attention to.
Your Honor, I would like to dismiss this witness.
Why? Because I won't dump on somebody I care about just so that I can wear this uniform? Don't get me wrong, Brooke. Being a cheerleader means, well, so much to me. But I'm starting to miss the people that didn't care about things like what shape your head is. And I think that I would rather go back to cheering from the stands. That's why I'm quitting the Glamazons.
Hey, Brooke.
Hey,
I know I caved. I'm really sorry.
don't worry about it.
I don't want to be the guy that brings us down, you know?
You know what? It's okay. I'm starting to think splitting us up might not be such a tragedy. Maybe they're right. Maybe something does happen to us when we get together. I mean, we say things and do things that are just, I don't know. I don't know.
The new wrestling coach kicked me off the team today.
What? Why?
I'm too fat. Turns out they don't have a weight class for freaks.
They can't do that. You have to fight them. I will fight them, okay?
Can't have a trial every time someone gets sucker punched. You know? Or this is just something I'm gonna have to fight myself. It's me against me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen up, folks. I don't have time to brief you right now, so I want everybody back in this room at 7:45 sharp. Does that work with your schedules? Where did you get those things?
Presenting gifts of any kind is called tampering with the jury.
Principal Hall, I am sure that she probably didn't realize that she...
Oh, please. We're talking about Mary Cherry here. That child once tried to bribe me with a hot tub.
So what do we do now?
I'm calling a mistrial. You're going to start this thing all over again.
What if I drop the charges?
What? Principal Hall, can we have a moment with our client, please?
Are you crazy? We are so close to winning this.
Emory, what kind of message are you sending out if all this was for nothing?
It's not. Look, when we started, you guys asked me what I wanted. I said justice, right?
No, actually, you said Miss Glass's head on a stick.
Close enough. But I realize now that maybe all I really wanted was for someone in the school to, I don't know, respect me. Like Carmen does. Like you guys. If I can walk away from this with an F and 3 people that I can trust, I feel like I won.
You did. Sorry for interrupting. Emory, you got a minute?
Sorry, I don't. I prefer to spend my time with people who openly despise me.
Look, I made a mistake. But if it happened again, I'd act differently. I would.
Why? Is this something cool to be my best friend?
I didn't know I was your best friend. I mean, that kind of threw me. But putting yourself on trial, it was a bold move, Emory. I'm impressed. I never could have done that. Hey, look, you want to get a burger or something? I'm starved.
I could use some nourishment. Are you paying?
For everything.
Well, in that case, perhaps we could make a pit stop at Dino's Laser Discs, because I've had my eye on the director's cut of The Ghost of Mr. Chicken.
Oh, what is it? Are you serious? The movie's a piece.
Don't question me. I'm your hero.
He is so weird.